Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and we're a little bit later again today because the patch notes have dropped for the patch going live today that sees the weekly quest update finally occurring. And yes, it's actually good. It might be better than before. I'm actually excited to share it with you guys. I hope you guys receive it well because I think it's good, as well as the confirmation of the 3 balance changes, including our boy, the Molten Giant. Is it going back to 25? Well, if you saw the thumbnail, you probably know it's not 25. But yeah, we'll go over all those changes. There's some battleground stuff, some bug fixes as well. Full details of the patch notes will be linked in the description below. And as always, if you enjoy the content on the channel and you feel like I've earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like as we're on the road to 83,000 subscribers. So I was able to get this a little bit early, recording this early. You can see the draft here. But we have the weekly quest update before we get into all the balance changes with a message from the game director, who I feel like we never hear from, stating before the weekly quest changed in 29.2, we didn't adequately, oh my God, English, communicate the changes that were coming or our reasoning for them. That's something we'll keep improving on. I guess alluding to the bottom of the patch note saying the weeklies will be slightly adjusted. And then it was like, what the hell is this? Over the last few weeks, we've been listening to your experiences and looking at our data, and it's clear that the new weekly quests didn't do their job of rewarding you for your time playing the game. Going forward, we want to strike a much better balance between your time spent in Hearthstone and rewards given by weekly quests. So we're making some more updates in this patch, reducing the requirements on the weekly quests that seem to be blocking player progression for many of you while leaving the increased XP where it is. We hope these new changes will still reward you more while keeping your weekly quests attainable and fun goal for all players. We look forward to seeing how this iteration works out. Please keep the feedback coming. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you in the tavern. That's from Tyler Bielman, the game director. So here are the changes. We are going to have a change to win games of rank. They're not doing like a ranked rewards thing. They're doing it just straight up. Instead of winning 10 games of ranked Hearthstone, you now need to play 10 games of ranked Hearthstone. So that's it. You just have to play. You got to get to turn 5. You can concede, you can lose, or you just get below 15 health. It counts. That's it. I would argue that's a lot better than the old one of win 5 games, right? You don't have to win. That pressure is taken off. And I think that's such a win. Such a win. Doubling the amount of games required, but only making it play instead of win, I just feel like just alleviates so much pressure and just makes it a lot more fun. And if you didn't have a 50% win rates, will take a shorter amount of time, right? Like, I see that as awesome. I know people have been wanting forever for it to say play instead of win. So that, to me, that's a huge, awesome change. That's the big quest 2, the one with the most XP. We're still going to keep that XP. And yeah, for people that don't even win, I'm looking at you, Mark. Look at you, Mark. You can actually complete this quest. Finally, Mark can complete his weekly quest. So that's really good. Win games of Arena, Tavern Brawler Battlegrounds. This one was brutal. It has been changed not only from win 10 games to play 5 games. This is easier than it used to be. The old one was just win 5 games of Arena, Tavern Brawl, Battlegrounds, or Duels, because that existed at the time. This one's just easier. So I get it. What was the point of these changes in the first place, right? They've reduced the play 32 miniaturizer mini cards to 10. Wasn't that at like 60 or 80 or something? It's down to 10. Much better. Great. I don't think people will complain about that. And the mana one, which wasn't even that bad, from 750 to 650. So I think these are all great changes. You shouldn't have any problem completing like any of these now. And like, it just makes me wonder, what was the point? They went all around all this to give us extra stuff and basically go back to where we started, if not easier. It just gave them a bad look. And now we're at a point where it's like, okay, cool. I got extra XP. Thank you. But like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below. Are you happy with these changes? Is it enough? To me, it feels like more than enough. Like, to me, it's easier than it was day one. Like, it's just bizarre, right? Like, I don't know. I'm glad they've come around to this. It's just like, why did they bother putting themselves and us through it? It just doesn't make sense. Something really messed up happened down that chain of command. Like, it's just really weird. Anyways, on to the actual balance changes. We got the dev comment here. It's early after the launch of the Doctor's Boom Incredible Inventions mini set. and the metagame is still developing, so we're making just a few balance adjustments in this patch aimed at addressing early outlier decks. All three of the target decks are a little too good at flooding the board too early and too efficiently. The Molten Giant change slows Warlock down slightly and also makes the play pattern a bit more dangerous, allowing more room for a counter swing. Showdown is an enabler for Zilliax. Someone corrected me. I said Zilliax was an enabler. It's a payoff. Thank you. Good comment. I agree. Sea Giant and Prismatic Beam in Paladin, so we think it could be less efficient for that deck. Finally, Thirsty Drifter is another strong swarming card, particularly at higher levels of play, and our data indicates that would likely trend upwards if we didn't adjust it here too. So yeah, Showdown, as I thought, going to 3 mana. It's just symmetrical now. You get 3 3/3s for 3 mana. Doesn't that just make sense? It's still gonna be really good. I think this card will still see play. It'll still let you do the Sea Giant stuff, just maybe a turn later, maybe not, depending on how it curves out. It just, yeah, it's a really powerful card that's running like every Paladin deck, even the control ones, all of them. It's just super good. Maybe not hand buff. I don't know if hand buff runs it. Regardless, really solid card. I still think it sees play, but it is crazy how good this card has been. I thought it would probably see play. Never anticipated it'd be so good. It would have to be a nerf, but hey, there you go. And I still think the design of it's cool. It's just all the mana cheating that it does enable. See, that's the enabler. Filthy enabler. We have the Thirsty Drifter getting changed from 0 mana to 0 mana. I mean 6 to 7, right? You gotta play one more 1-drop to get this out. That's it. 1 cost card. That's it. This comes down for 0 pretty quickly a lot of the time, and I feel like it's not gonna, this is a very minor change to that priest deck, which again, I don't think is as big a fender as like vomiting the board as early as these other decks, but still it's right there and it would just take that place, and I think it'll still be good. It's just slightly more toned down. And I will note also Shadow Priest nerf in Wild, which is significant. Playing all those 1-cost cards, playing Thirsty Drifter in Wild is very relevant to Shadow Priest, so it is a bit of a nerf to that deck. A minor one, but probably more significant in that deck, if anything, than the standard ones, because you don't have as many 1-drops to play. You run out of cards pretty quickly in that deck. And then yes, Molten Giant does not go to 25, he goes to 22, so now you need to get to 8 health to play him for 0. And we have like Infernal and Blood Treant, that would make it 0. It doesn't do that anymore, which is significant. But again, it's still gonna come down. I think that Pain Warlock can likely still exist. And this one is kind of sad because it was like a Wild only card for so while. They put it in standard, and less than like a couple of months it gets nerfed, and Wild players are not thrilled about it. But again, will also be a thing for Wild with the Demon Seed, which I think is going to still be a problem, but it is there, right? Like, we'll see. If you happen to own a Legacy version of this card, you can disenchant it for Full Dust, by the way, because it is a core set card. The Legacy ones are still there. So if you happen to have it, you might want to disenchant it. And yeah, Full Dust as well on these cards. So overall, how do I feel about the balance changes? Oh yeah, they even say that, selecting the legacy filter. See, they're not trying to scam us all the time. They're even letting us know that. So there's a billion Battlegrounds changes in here. If you want to take a look, there's only like 2 bug fixes. No, it does not say anything about changing XP, but a Battlegrounds one removed Drakarian Embalmer from Putricide Hero Power and fixed a bug where standardized pack wasn't showing under the new tab in the collection. And I will note, I got a lot of comments on one of my videos about this interaction. I guess there's like a Book of Mercenaries or Book of Heroes thing bugged out, not working because of the change to a wild card. That will be updated in the next client patch. The adventure things locking people out, that will be apparently fixed in the next client patch, so look out for that. So yeah, really early balance change. I wasn't expecting one. I wasn't even really hoping for one that bad. Again, the only thing that I was really bothered by in the meta are these early flood decks, and all of them got hit, so that's good. The only thing I'm worried about is the Demon Seed wrecking wild all across ranks, except I know it's not the craziest to high legend. It's 50%, but it has warped the meta around it. But regardless, we'll see how it all plays out. It would have been a very early wild change, something we rarely ever see. So I kind of understand. I'm just so sick of that card, and I just don't want to play wild when it's there that much. But maybe this will help tone it down, at least the Molten Giant. So yeah, patch should be live around 10 a.m. Pacific today. We'll have our day 1 patch review tomorrow. We'll have best deck recommendations the video after that, and we'll be off talking about who knows what. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.